Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Okorie, Darlington. Welcome back to deeslensation. Today, I'm doing my first tutorial on this channel. Yes, my first ever tutorial on deeslensation. I'm doing it today. And guess what? It's a very exciting tutorial because today I'll be showing you guys 5 shortcuts in Lightroom that I use in all of my videos, in all of my pictures. I mean, not videos. You don't use Lightroom for videos, but yeah, you can actually create vlogs in Lightroom. Yeah, so basically, you can also use it for videos. But no, that's not the point. The point is I'm showing you guys 5 shortcuts that you'll be using in your Lightroom photos just to get those photos, those Instagram bangers that you want, because I mean it's Christmas and yeah, some of us want to post those amazing pictures on Instagram and get those amazing likes and comments and everything. All of those Instagram things, yes, I know. So today I'll be showing you guys 5 shortcuts that will take your photography from a 0 to 100 real quick. I myself, I didn't even know how to use number 3, but when I found it out, I use it like every single time because number 3 was like, who, like you really need it if you will be posting your pictures on Instagram. So I'm excited for this video and I know you guys are also excited for the video too. So let's roll the intro and then when we come back we'll head into Lightroom and then I'll tell you guys the 5 shortcuts that I use in Lightroom. Stay tuned for that. So welcome back and yeah, if you open up Lightroom for the first time, don't get carried away. Lightroom is not that difficult to use. It's just like when you open it for the first time. I remember opening up Lightroom for the first time. I think that was in 2014 or 2015, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I supposed to do here? But I wish I know this 5 shortcuts that I'm about to show you guys right now, because if I knew that back then, that would have really helped me a lot. Now, so today, when you open up Lightroom, basically you go to like the library page, you import your pictures, and then you go to develop. Develop is where you arrange all the presets and everything. Now on this on develop here, our first shortcut that I'll be talking about today is auto tune. Now auto tune basically is this button here. You can see tune and then you can see auto. If I would click on auto right now, basically what auto tune is what Lightroom is doing to your picture when you click on auto tune is it just tries as much as it can, like the whole Adobe AI whatever, just try as much as it can to take this picture to where it thinks it's okay for it. Like it just try to adjust what it feels is okay. Although I mean, you yourself, you look at the picture, if it's what you really want, then you can post the picture like that. I mean, if I knew this back when I started, I would honestly just click on auto tune and then post my picture like that, because when you go on Lightroom you're trying to figure out, oh, is this really good, oh no, it's a little bit to the left, oh, a little bit to the right. I mean, when you're sliding those exposures and the shadows and everything. But if I knew this shortcut, I would just click on auto tune and have like a base of how I want my picture to look like, and then I'll try to adjust it from there. So number 2 shortcut that I have for you guys today is called the reset. Now, the reset in Lightroom basically is not this reset button right here, because if I would click this button right here, let me click and then you see what happens. If I click this reset button right here, it basically resets all the settings that I've done. Imagine if you spent like 1 hour and maybe an hour or more editing just the picture, and then you hit the reset button. Maybe you just want to like tamper a little bit with the exposure and you don't really like how the exposure is looking, you will just want to get it back to 0, or like, you know, you can actually go in there and just type 0, but yeah, you hit the reset button and basically you messed up your whole edit. You have to like repeat your whole step over and over again. Now, or what you can do right here, I mean, this button would have saved me a long time. I keep saying it, this would have just saved me a long time if I knew this, like when I first started editing in Lightroom. So basically, let's hit auto again. Basically, all you can do here is, you see the exposure here. Let's say I do not like how exposed this picture is. I just want to take the exposure back to 0. What you can do here is double click on exposure and you see it just resets that to 0, and you can do the same to like every other slider here. Just double click on it, double click on it, double click on it, and that's it. Now for the number 3 one, I told you guys when I discovered this, like it really helped me a lot. It's very simple. like this is like the grid overlay. Basically, like very easy shortcut here, but I mean, if you do not know this, it's really gonna be hard because like let let me just stop talking and show you guys, okay? Like here in Lightroom, when you click on like this button here, the grid button, or you hit the shortcut key R on your keyboard, like when you click on R, basically what you get is this. Not, it doesn't look like this at first. It looks something maybe like this. Now, before I would just like, okay, try to like start figuring out, okay, I think this is good for Instagram, or this is good for Instagram and everything. Now, what you can do is instead of trying to figure the whole thing out, you can just hit O on your keyboard, O, and once you click on O, you just circle around those grids. You see, it brings out like different grid for you. Basically, the one that I use most of the time is this one here because it has this 4:5, which is the aspect ratio that Instagram uses, or the 5:4. But basically, I use like 4:5 most times for my Instagram pictures, and I just crop that a little bit in and click on enter. That's it. If I post this picture on Instagram, I've already done the crop. I don't need Instagram to help me do the cropping anymore. That's it. That's the number 3 shortcut in Lightroom that I use most of the time, and it has helped me like a whole lot. I really can't recommend, like, if you don't even take anything from this picture, if you don't want to use any of the shortcuts that I'm giving out like in this tutorial today, just use this number 3 one, because I mean, like, most of you use Instagram, so don't even start acting like you don't use it. So yeah, I know that. Now the number 4 shortcuts that I use most of the time is just one alphabet in your keyboard, and that's the L, like the L on your keyboard. Now basically what the L on your keyboard does is, if I will click on, like, let's say I'm looking at this picture here, let's not use this picture, let's use another picture, let's use something like this. Yeah, let's use something like this, or this one. No. Let's use this one. Let's use this one. So basically, if I will hit L on my keyboard, let's say I've been editing these pictures like for so long, and you know, with all these things right here, it tends to cause like a little bit of distraction. Now, if I'll click L on my keyboard, it's just like the isolation key. I think this key should be called the isolation key, you know, because if I hit it, like the more I continue to hit it, you see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Basically, it turns everything black. My picture is like isolated. Now I can see how far that I've gone on my edit. I can see all the adjustments that I've done on my edit, and how my edit looks like, if I've gone too far with it or anything. Basically, I also use this one a lot. Like, I use this shortcut a lot, especially when I'm editing like lots of pictures, or maybe they are the same or something. I usually use this edit like a whole lot. Now, before I tell you guys the 5th and the final shortcut that I use in Lightroom, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on that bell notification button, because I still have lots and lots of tutorials coming up. I would try as much as I can to go through the basics of Lightroom, try to give you guys like how to edit pictures from start to finish in Lightroom, how to create presets in Lightroom, and also I think somewhere maybe at the end of the month I would throw in a lighting tutorial. Like, I mean, that is really exciting. I'm really excited for that one, because like most people usually think that you need like an expensive camera to get very good video, but I mean, the best camera you have is the one in your pocket, right? So I'm coming to that later. But yeah, the 5th and final shortcut that I use in Lightroom, drum roll. Well, no need for that. Let's just head into Lightroom. Let me show you guys. The final shortcut that I use in Lightroom is this button right here. This one, the Y and the Y button, which is, if I would click on this button right now, it just shows me my before and my after. Basically, this is how this picture was straight out of the camera, and this is the edits that I did on this picture. I actually did edit this picture last night, and it took me like, I think 15 minutes and thereabout to edit. So yeah, I had a preset on this already, so I would show you guys how I edited this picture from start to finish in my next tutorial. and I will be showing you guys in the tutorial after that how to save a preset in Lightroom. So basically, this is the before and this is the after, and this is basically what I use. Now if you continue to hit this button right here, you just circle around the before and the after, but this mainly is the one that I use. And imagine you can use the fourth shortcut in Lightroom for this one, which is the L. Now if I'll hit the L right now, you see basically it just isolates everything and I can see my before and my after. So this is like really amazing shortcuts, and I use them like most times in Lightroom. So if you've stayed here till the end of this tutorial, I want to say thank you very much. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for watching my videos. I know this video was kind of like everywhere, but I mean, this is my first tutorial, so I will try as much as I can to maybe speak slowly later, or just try as much as I can to make you guys understand like everything that I'm talking about. This is my first tutorial on this channel, so tell me what you guys think about it. Tell me what I can improve on it, and I'll see you in my next video. But before that, don't forget to shoot, learn, repeat, and then I'll see you in the next video. Peace.